Okay, here is your Unit 2 assessment that we'll be having on Mastery Connect for next class. And I just want to go through everything and give you guys an opportunity to ask any questions if you have them and go from there. So question 1, it says read the statements. Listen to Professor Sanchez on the first day of class. Indicate whether each statement is true or false, cierto o falso. Okay, we're going to go ahead and actually listen to it first and see what you all can come up with.
Lección 2. Prueba E.
Buenos días, me llamo Ernesto Sánchez. Soy el profesor de matemáticas. El horario del curso está en la pizarra. Hay clase 3 días a la semana. Los lunes y los miércoles la clase es de 8 a 9 de la mañana. Los viernes la clase es de 10 a 11 de la mañana. Para esta clase necesitan el libro del curso, papel y pluma.
All right, well, I will play that twice. And again, you will answer cierto or falso based on what you hear. And that's question number 1. Okay, la pregunta dos. Question 2, select the days of the week in order beginning with lunes. Okay, so you'll see I'll put these in order based on the days of the week. Okay, it should be pretty simple. All right. Question 3, pick the correct day of the week or number of days based on the clues given. Okay, so you'll answer these questions or finish the statements basically, okay, and figure out what the answer is for each one of those. Question 4, complete sentence with the correct word from the provided list. Okay, in here you'll have, this is a lot of your vocabulary. Okay, so if it says yo estudio las blanks como la física y química, hopefully you say I studied the somethings like physics and chemistry. Could be that. Okay, and then you have all those options for all the rest of them. Okay, so that's working with your vocab. Question 5, match the correct Spanish term to the picture. Not all terms will be used. Okay, you have a number of pictures here. Okay, and you have to figure out what they are. Okay, hopefully you understand that's an eraser, that's a table, that's a window, that's the library, that's a door, it's a schedule, and so on. Okay, so make sure you know what it is each one of those things is. You'll pick the things that they are in the drop down. Question 6, match the infinitive to its correct meaning or picture. 4 verbs will not be used. These are all of our AR verbs. Okay, these people are dancing, this person's walking, they're singing, they're talking, or they're conversing. Okay, this person's talking, and then you have these other answers to choose from as well. And again, 4 of them will not be used. Okay. Question 7, fill in the blanks with the correct present tense conjugation of the AR verbs in parentheses based on the subject provided. You're going to conjugate all these verbs to match the people doing the action. Okay, so make sure you know what verbs you're using and the forms that they go with. Okay. Question 8, pick the correct indirect object pronoun and the correct form of gustar for each sentence or question. Remember, there's only 2 forms of gustar, and there's only, well, there's more than one, but there's only 2 forms of gustar that we're going to use. It's either the third person singular, third person plural, based on what's happening in the sentence. Okay, that's a multiple pointed, whatever you call it, question. Question 9, pick the correct question word in Spanish based on the picture or prompt in English. 3 items will not be used. Okay, this is asking when, how much, where, what, who are they, and then you drag and drop into these squares the question words that go with each. Okay, hopefully you understand and remember all of our question words. Question 10, ask and answering questions, match the questions and responses. 3 responses will not be used. You are simply answering these questions. So if you said, ¿Cuál es la palabra correcta? You're asking what is or which is the correct word. You'd find the answer down here. Hopefully you know which one it's saying that the correct word is. And you drag and drop that into its place. Question 11, fill in the blanks with the appropriate options from the drop down. 3 options will not be used. Okay, so we have question words in here. All question words. Okay, making sure you know which question words to use, okay, based on the action that's happening. Question 12. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate forms of estar based on the subject provided. So you're going to conjugate the verb estar. Make sure about punctuation because estar has accent marks and they're important. Okay. Prepositions match the prepositions of place to their definition in English. 5 prepositions will not be used. This is to the right, to the left, behind, in between, to the side of. Make sure you know which prepositions we'll be using. Okay. Question 14, indicate whether each statement is true or false. Remember that mas means plus, menos means minus, and son means equal. Okay, so we're working with our big numbers here. So 94 menos 14 son 80. Hopefully you'll know that that's 94 minus 14 is 80. Okay, so hopefully your math works on that. Okay, and then the last question, you're going to read this paragraph, and then you're going to answer the questions based on the reading, and here are all the questions. Okay, so answering the questions with the drop down. All right, so that is your Unit 2 test. It is worth 101 points. Okay. ¿Tienen preguntas? Y'all have questions? All right, I'm going to stop sharing.